Welcome to Moose on the Loose, your source of uncorrupt Canadian media. My name's David. Today we're breaking down this video here of Justin Trudeau at the minister's retreat. A reporter rips him a new one, just full out. These reporters are not holding back anymore. It's quite refreshing to see, to say the least. So I've got a couple clips here. First off, at the start of the video,
optimistic future for them and for their kids in this country, despite challenging geopolitical and global economic headwinds. That's why hearing from economists, from experts, from a range of folks to look at what really and what more our government can work on to deliver for people in complex and challenging times.
I thought I'd just include that. That's the beginning of this little speech here. Just talk about how much more they can deliver for us. They're delivering nothing for us. Anyways, so the reporter here jumps in at the end. I think the reporters are realizing if they leave their spicy questions or when they really want to push back to the end, it's a better time to do that because usually Trudeau and these ministers, they just get all squirrely and leave. They don't like answering hard questions. So here it is. The reporter is asking him about his vacation. They do not hold back at all. This is great.
Good morning, Marika Welsh with the Globe and Mail. You just laid out the tough economic times that Canadians are facing. You say you're seized with the issue. Did you consider that backdrop when you decided to take an $80,000 free vacation?
As many Canadians did, I stayed with friends over the holidays.
Many Canadians don't have access to a $90,000 free vacation. So can you just explain a bit more the thinking as to why you take these vacations and how you think Canadians receive them?
Like many Canadians did, I stayed with family friends over the holidays.
Next question.
Next question. That's got to be someone on his team. Look at that phony smile. This is slimeball dirtbag. I stayed with friends. I don't think if I add up all of the vacations I've taken in my entire life, it probably doesn't account to $90,000. Like I've had a couple really good vacations back in the day when I was working at Microsoft. I went to Bali, in Taiwan, Hong Kong, Thailand. Yeah, add them all up, it's probably not even 45,000, let alone 90,000. This guy with his smug look on his face, he just doesn't care. He doesn't give a damn about Canadians. What an absolute fool. Okay, let's jump over to the end. There's also another clip here I got saved.
Last question.
Abigail Beeman, Global News. In the event of a second Donald Trump presidency, I hear you speak to your experience dealing with that administration, so I'm wondering, what would you do differently a second time around?
What worked best and what works with all American presidents is to demonstrate that what is good for Canada is also good for the United States and vice versa. That the integration of our economies, that the partnerships we have in so many different areas end up being beneficial on both sides of the border. And obviously, the three presidents I've dealt with have all had different perspectives and different approaches on it, but the Canadian approach is the same. It's standing up for Canadian values and Canadian interests, looking for win-win situations, and demonstrating that we can and will continue to work together to create prosperity right across the continent.
Yeah, so that response there, how he phrased it is he basically said it doesn't matter which president it is because he doesn't like Donald Trump. I mean, if you look what he's been doing in the House of Commons, he keeps accusing Pierre Poilievre as being a MAGA Trump supporter kind of guy. So obviously he has a bad relationship with Trump, and he doesn't like that. In his mind, he'll probably think he's going to be prime minister again, and he's going to be dealing with Trump, a guy that he has been very critical of. And Trump is a guy, once you criticize him, there's no going back. It's obviously Trump doesn't like him and doesn't respect him, so it's kind of like a two-way street, but it's not good for relations of our countries. Having this dingbat be our prime minister when Trump is going to be president down there. That does it for this one. There's more stuff coming out every day. There was a couple more questions that were asked here, but he just gave the same old garbage answers. You know, it was one about immigration, and he's like, "Oh yeah, immigration makes Canada strong." Like, there's no recognition that it's destroying the ability for everyday Canadians to have a place to live. It's just the same talking points, the same fluff every single time out of this guy. But I do love seeing the reporters push back and saying, not every Canadian can have a $90,000 vacation. So if you're looking for something a little bit different, I did the most dangerous hike in America called Angel's Landing. I have two different versions of it. One of them is a silent hiking version, which is peaceful and calm. The other one is edited exactly how I felt as someone who's completely terrified of heights. If you're not familiar, I'm a big time hiker, and I was absolutely terrified of heights when I first started, and I've been combating this fear. And so the goal was to do Angel's Landing, and I did do it. It was terrifying. And so it's interesting, the two different perspectives. Check them out if you're interested. Be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell. Stay warm, stay fed. I'll see you in the next one.